Yo, what's up, y'all? Freightliner Trucker Ty here, and sorry for the sorry for the wait, but I was busy investing in cryptocurrencies, cat food, and unemployed single mothers. Why cat food? Because unemployed single mothers. Now, in this video, I'm gonna show y'all a couple options for buying trucks and leasing trucks. And these options were given to me by other truck drivers. And we're going to start with probably one of the worst ones. And that would be AccelerateTrucks.com. I think they've had about 2 or 3 different names before. But they still tend to sell trucks. If you look at their reviews, they have a bunch of terrible reviews actually. And we're going to check out some trucks. Alright, up here they show you the down payment options and shit. So there's a 2016 Peterbilt, $579, $5,000 down, $450 a week for 140 weeks. So let's do the math on that. $450 a week times 140 weeks. That's already $63,000 times the 5,000. My bad. Hold up. Plus the $5,000 down. That's $68,000 on this 2016 that already has 522,000 miles, 626 miles. Now, a lot of these reviews, when you read these reviews for this company, they say that the trucks break down damn near within the first 2 months, and a lot of people have problems with this company. So I really don't recommend them, but if you don't have another choice, maybe like the poor man's options. But when you buy these trucks that are disused, you pretty much have to have at least $25,000 in the bank. But let's go to the next option. Drive Now Leasing. And it took me damn near 3 days to get in touch with these people just to give y'all this information about them. Alright, first of all, when you lease with these people, you have to have a letter of intent for whoever you're going to drive for. So basically a letter from a company saying, yeah, we're gonna hire this guy, put him to work with this truck, yada yada. They do 36 months or 42 months or 48 months leasing with $5,000 buyout. And they gave me an example of a truck, a 2012 T660 Kenworth, $8,000 down, $1,650 a month for 48 months. A truck that has 700,000 miles on it. Now, they say they do in-frame and top-end motor work and check the bearings and bottoms of the engines. They do a credit check, and they prefer you to have 500 credit score minimum, and you have to show 3 months of your bank statements. Now, let's run these numbers. Okay, so $1,650 a month times 48 months, that's $79,200. And let's add the $8,000 down, $87,200 for a 2012 T660 Kenworth that already has 700,000 miles on it, but they did top end motor work. Now, first of all, way too expensive. Even if they do motor work, you don't even know how good they are. You don't know if they did a good job with the motor or not. It's too risky for that amount of money. That's what, almost $50,000 away from just having a truck with little to no miles on it. But alright, we're going to the next one. And this would be Lone Mountain. A lot of truck drivers recommended these people here. And luckily for us, they have the information right up here. So let's see how much they're going to sell this new and used truck. A 2022 Freightliner Cascadia, $20,500 down, $2,695 a month for 60 months. All right, let's check this out. 2,695 times 60 months. That's already $161,700 plus the $20,500 down is $182,200. And I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure if you go straight to Freightliner, it's probably $10 to maybe $20,000-$30,000 cheaper. Now let's look at this 2016 International Pro Star, which ain't nothing pro about these things. They're straight trash. It does have a Cummins engine though, and not the Max Force engine, 400 horsepower. Now they give a range of miles. They don't even show you exact trucks with exact miles, which is very aggravating for somebody like me who wants details. But we're going to start with the highest one, which is 4,500 down with miles ranging in the 200,000, which don't really even tell you nothing. $999 a month for 42 months, which is $41,958 plus the 4,500, which is $46,458 altogether. Now the problem with these trucks are, besides the fact that they had trash engine and the trucks are pretty trash themselves, is the regen and the DEF pretty much holds the truck back and guarantees that you're gonna have a shit ton of problems. Most of the drivers I know, they just go ahead and break the law and delete that shit. They delete the DEF and the regen, and they say that the trucks run a lot better and actually a lot longer, even with the Max Force engines. So just keep that in mind. But just know, if you do delete that stuff, no manufacturer is going to work on your truck. All right, the next one is Bulldog Truck Sales out of Atlanta, Georgia. And I had to grab some information on these people too, because they didn't have some information up there. All right, when I called, the guy told me that it's normally $5,000 to $7,000 down payment. You have to have a 550 credit score or higher. He gave me an example of a 2014 Freightliner Cascadia, 46 months at a full price of $69,000 with 600,000 miles and up. He couldn't even give me an exact price on the exact truck or a monthly payment. That's kind of scary. And this price is ridiculous anyway. For a 2014 Freightliner Cascadia with 600,000 miles on it for $69,000, nah, pass. Next is LRM Leasing, another company that doesn't put their price up here. I really hate that shit. I wish y'all knew how hard it was to get information from people who don't put information up here, basically forcing you to call them, wait on hold while they play some music from the 50s, and then going straight to voicemail 2, 3, 4 days straight. Now, the reason I did find out, the reason they don't put their prices up here. They don't put their prices up here because they don't want to scare customers away, because the prices are high, but they're high because that they claim they rebuild the engines, or at least part of the engines. And here's the information I had got on them. They gave me an example. 2014 Freightliner Cascadia, $8,000 down, and bottom end engine work, no credit check, $1,600 down for the first. So you had to pay the first month up front, which is $1,600, and then $1,600 for 36 months, for a total of $59,400. Now, he said normally the down payments range from $6,500 to $8,500 down. They're out of Georgia and Texas and Florida. And they also have a shop, so you can take your truck to their shop, because they work on a lot of Freightliner Cascadias. Now, when you take your truck to their shop, they charge $100 an hour to do the work. And I forgot how much petrol and TA charges an hour, but I think it's a little bit cheaper. Now, he said when they do the engines, they normally change they put in new rods, bearings, main bearings, and oil pickup tube. And they also have other trucks like Internationals, but mainly, far as I know, Freightliner Cascadias. Now, here's the thing with them. You really don't know how good they are. I would assume they're pretty good by now with rebuilding the engines, but what if they only rebuild part of the engine, and the part they don't rebuild is the part that breaks down after that? And actually, hold up, that $1,600 a month for 36 months is actually $57,600. Right. And then plus the first down payment you got to put down. Yeah, it's like $59,200. But they're okay, but there's better options than them. All right, next is LRM Truck Sales. Also, a lot of truck drivers recommended these people. And we're gonna take a look at this truck, a 2016 Freightliner Cascadia. They're selling it for $42,000, and it has 548,000 miles on it, which don't sound too bad. It gives y'all a couple options. For some decent trucks. But no, the mid roofs normally do sell cheaper than the full size. Let's see what else they got. A bunch of goddamn mid roofs. 2015 International Pro Star. Alright, let's go up with the price, go a little bit higher. Or do I gotta, oh, I gotta set it going down. Okay. Well, you know what? Don't look like they got don't look like they got anything really interesting. But they do got some decent prices for some of their trucks. Not a lot of them, just some. Some are ridiculous. Alright, next is OTR, which is, I think, over the road leasing. Also another one that was highly recommended by a lot of drivers. But the problem is, where is this? Right, all of these trucks that I'm scrolling past are on hold like a rich old man with a bunch of young girls. All of them just on hold. Not a single price on this motherfucker. Took me 2 days to get in touch with them. Let's see. I know I got their paperwork over here somewhere. Alright. Right. The strange thing about it is, even when I got in touch with them, they said they didn't have a single truck for sale to even give me an example. So I don't know, maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing, but I have no information to give y'all for over-the-road leasing, because not only do they not have any information for any of these trucks, when I called, he couldn't give me any information on the truck because apparently he said they didn't have any for sale. He couldn't even give me an example of one of the ones he was already selling that wasn't fully sold yet or was on hold. So don't know what to tell y'all. All right, next is Ryder used trucks, and they also do financing, which I think most all of them also do financing that I scrolled past already. Ryder does tend to have some pretty decent prices and pretty decent trucks scattered all over the country. Let's see if we can find one with a decent price and miles. Well, here's a mid-roof, 2015, $53,495 with 278,000 miles, 399. So, I mean, something to keep in mind. Now, the next one is JTS Truck Sales out of Carrollton, Georgia and Rome, Texas. Now, the thing is about this, they have in-house financing as well, but you can't just pick what. Last time I checked, you can't just pick whatever truck you want for the in-house financing. They only do certain trucks for their in-house financing. And let's see if we can find a decent truck for a decent price. Actually, it says they only got 21 listings up here. We might not find nothing decent. And that's another thing. It's harder to find trucks and trailers right now because all you motherfuckers got coronavirus money and y'all is getting out of hand with this shit. Y'all is buying up every goddamn thing. It was the first time I ever heard people selling trucks and trailers tell me they ran out and they don't know when they're getting more in stock. All right, let's just skip to the next one. I'll give y'all all this information for all these websites anyway. Next is Pedigree Truck Sales, the people who works hand in hand with Prime, who also sells trailers. Also was one of the people who were out of trailers. Yeah, they also do financing as well. Yeah, I think everybody on this list does financing. Let's see what we can find here. Which I'm pretty, well, I don't know if they have more trucks than what's on this website. This ain't even showing much. Yep, they don't have much on their website right now. Maybe y'all already bought all their damn trucks. But it's $65,700 for a 2018 mid-roof Freightliner, 378,778 miles. All right, on to the next one. JTs Leasing, company that leases trucks. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, these guys here are extremely difficult to get in touch with. There's about 4 different contact numbers to contact them, and you're going to have to call all 4 of those numbers at least once every hour from the time they open to the time they close. And they are out of Salt Lake City, Utah, but they can get trucks all over the country. They tend to get them from Swift or Freightliner dealers, and I think they mainly do Freightliners. Now, this company is actually kind of good, kind of bad. They're going to be on the better option side. I'm gonna give you an example of one of their options for a truck. 2020 Kenworth T680, $5,000 down, $805 a week for 52 weeks, which is basically the first year, and then it goes down to $705 for the next 156 weeks, which is basically like 3 years. And then you have a $57,750 balloon buyout. And they used to let you make payments for the buyout, but now by the time your contract ends, you have to have that money in your hand or in the bank account. Now they normally have 3 different down payment options if they haven't already changed their rules. The options are $1,000 down, which right now would probably get you maybe a 18 truck, and then $2,500 down, which would probably get you a maybe 1920, and then $5,000 down, which would be a brand new truck, no miles. Now this company does no credit check. The only requirements you need is to have a credit card and a bank account, and that's part of the beauty of it. But only 2 bad things about this option is the balloon payment, large as hell, and the fact that they have it's in your contract where if you go over 10,000 miles a month, they're going to charge you 9 cents a miles thereafter. So think about it like this. Let's break 10,000 miles into 4 weeks. That would be like 2,500 miles a week. So if you go even 500 miles over, that's already $45. So for you guys who drive all the way from California to South Carolina, Florida and back, well, you can do the math on that. You're paying out the ass. But those are the only bad things about that. But this would be a better option for the poor man, or the man that doesn't want to spend $8,000, $14,000 down on the truck. But it's not a truck for keeping long term. It's not a truck for buying. It's more of a walk away lease option for most people, because I knew a guy who took one of these trucks. He worked a whole year straight, took home no less than $2,000 a week. He had like $96,000 by the end of the year. He was doing his 34-hour breaks on the weekends, working Monday through Friday. And shit, after the first year, he took the truck back, went and bought like a $45,000 truck, and then had went and bought like a $25,000 trailer, had a little money left over. I mean, what is that? $40,000 truck, $25,000 trailer. That's like $65,000 out of the 96 he had. Y'all think this shit is hard? This shit is really easy as fuck. All right, next is finance company called P-Fund Finance. For some reason their website was down, but this is a finance company. They're out of California, but they can get you trucks all over. What they tend to do is they normally do trucks that are 40,000 and under, and it's pretty simple contract, very easy. They're kind of like a mom and pop business, very negotiable. Very, very negotiable. And another good thing about this finance company is, let's say another guy couldn't make his payments. He gets his truck repoed. Well, they're willing to negotiate with anybody who wants that repoed truck at a lower price. Like, you can get somebody else's let's say bad luck or downfall with them not being able to make their payments, and turn it into a blessing by getting a truck that somebody else probably already worked on, put some money into, and then you can come in and get it at a lower price than what he got for it. So it's definitely an option to keep in mind. They also finance trailers as well, and I think they do loans too, but I'm not sure on that. I can't remember. Next is Go Capital, and they can go fuck themselves. This is probably one of the worst options y'all can ever pick. This is beyond the poor man's option. Like, okay, imagine going to get a $40,000 truck and then going through Go Capital to get it, and now your $40,000 truck costs $80,000. That's Go Capital. Yeah, they're quick, easy. You put your money down, they make it happen, but you're pretty much turning yourself into a slave doing a deal with the devil, basically. Next is Mission Finance. I also got them on the list. All right. This is what they told me when I called Mission Finance. They don't do any trucks typically over $40,000. You had to have been driving for at least 3 years or longer, no bankruptcies, no foreclosures, and no missed payments, I guess, on car payments or house payments or whatever they might see on your credit report. And they said typically 25 to 50% down payment. So that means you get a $50,000 truck, you could be paying up to $25,000 down. Now, doesn't that sound awesome? Fuck no. Now, that does make WhatsApp's leasing look a little bit better, though, for sure. All right, let's go to the next one. Which is Swift Truck Sales. Now, Swift also does financing options as well. And they also have inventory for Knight Trucking and Bar None and Abilene Motor Express. Don't know who that is. But before everybody got rich through coronavirus money and EDD rap songs, Swift had a bunch of trucks on their websites for very, very good ass prices. I mean, some good ass prices. Swift had a truck up here for sale one time. It was a 2017 Freightliner Cascadia with 150,000 miles on it for $75,000. Fuck yeah. Alright. Now, but even with like $40,000 to $45,000, you can still get a decent truck up here. Let's take a look at this one. But people are buying the hell out of Swift trucks. Pretty much you'll have to contact one of the truck sales representative, because chances are all the trucks you're looking at on their websites are already gone. They'll have to send you a list of what's available, and you'll have to pick off that list. And while you're looking at the list, those trucks are being sold. Now, this is a 2017 Kenworth T680, $43,000, 517,000 miles on it, which ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. But I hold up. Well, that should say PACCAR engine. I don't know about all that. I'm not a PACCAR engine fan. Heard good things about it, heard bad things about it. Oh, didn't know. What did that should say? Automatic. Oh, automatic. All right. Now, automatics are okay. They're not fun when you're backing up or when you need that bitch to respond immediately, like when you have a stick and you just put it in and to go. And the automatic, sometimes you will hit the gas and it'll take about 2 seconds to respond, and as a truck driver, those 2 seconds are very important. And when you're backing up, you have a little bit less control when backing up. And then if you have to back up multiple times back to back, it does overheat quicker than you just having a stick. So other than that, they're okay. They're getting better and better every year. All right, next is Snyder, which is pretty much just like all the other ones, which is Swift and the next one. They also do financing. They got a 2014 for 36,000, 526,000 miles on it. Not bad. It's like a mid roof truck though. And you can find some pretty decent prices on Snyder sometimes as well. I don't know, since they're a training company, no doubt these are probably their beat up trucks from people grinding gears and shit. But at least they do financing, and they do have a couple on with decent miles versus the price. And now we have Werner, which is they also do financing. They're about the same as Snyder and Swift. Not as good as Swift though. They have no prices up here whatsoever. Another company I had to call, and they're so aggravating. Now, I did call this guy, and he told me, he gave me an example. 2018 Freightliner Cascadia with 445,000 miles on it for $95,000. And one that's the same year, $399,000 for $100,000. Fuck no, I don't recommend that. There's too many other better options out here and that they're a training company as well, so no doubt these trucks are beat the hell up. Alright, now there is one option that is better than all of these options combined, and that is my option, which is, okay, stay with me here. Let's say it's you and 3 other people, 3 other truck drivers, people who agrees on your ideals, people who got the same goals as you with getting a truck, people who think like you, people you trust with money. And let's say y'all support each other to buy all 4 of y'all a truck in 1 year. Let's say you got the LRM Leasing truck, low down payment, and you find a company where you can take home at least $2,000 a week, minimum every single week, $2,000. That's $8,000 a month. So let's say every 3 months, all 4 of y'all put up $10,000 for one of y'all to buy a truck for $40,000. Now, even with $40,000, you can still get a decent truck for that price, somewhere between 500,000 to 600,000 miles. Now, this means out of your $24,000 in 3 months, you'll have to survive off of $14,000, which is about $1,166 a week for bills, food, whatever your lifestyle is. Now, doing this from January to December, all of y'all will have a truck by the end of the year, and we have saved thousands of dollars by skipping the middleman, avoiding the first time buyer bullshit slogan that they use just as code name for getting ready to fuck you over, and most importantly, a bunch of time from trying to pay a truck off in 2 to 3 years. Look, like I told y'all from the beginning, my channel is here to help people, especially truck drivers. I want to save truck drivers a bunch of money, save them from bullshit, and I want to see motherfuckers out there being successful. Now, in one of my previous videos, I think on the PPP, a guy made a comment, and I think he deleted, or maybe the platform deleted or whatever, but he told me I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, and I think he called me stupid or some shit. Look, I can take punches with the best of them. I don't care. But if you're gonna tell me I'm wrong about some shit when I'm trying to put knowledge out here, tell me what the fuck it is. Write it in the comment section. Tell all of us if I'm wrong, what the fuck I'm wrong about, so we can double check you and make sure you're right and not wrong. So look, and I encourage everybody to help each other anyway in the comment section, to put out information. Word of mouth is more valuable out here for truck drivers than a Super Bowl commercial. And look, you want to be the boss, which you should be aiming to be the boss when you're a truck driver. This is what the fuck you got to do. I gave y'all all these options to get a truck, to buy a truck, lease a truck, financing, and all this shit, which you want to always build up your credit score as well. You want to have at least a credit score of 580, minimum 580, but you really want to be 620 or higher most of the time anyway. Build up your credit cards. Have no more than 3 credit cards, but build those credit cards up. When they give you the option to increase that shit, because you're gonna need it when it comes time for your truck to break down and stuff like that. You don't want to keep dabbing into your savings to get a truck fix, or spending, figure out if you're going to eat today or you're going to get new tires for the truck. You don't want to be that guy. That's not how you're going to save your business or stay in business long term. And I think that's it for this video. It's pretty long already. And always remember, oh, one more thing before I say my awesome ass slogan. Don't let trucking be your only way out to success. Learn to venture into other businesses, and I highly recommend y'all start investing as well. Invest in businesses for the stuff you spend money on every day, every month. Invest in cryptocurrencies. Have a way out, because your truck can blow up tomorrow. Your engine can give out. Anything. Have a backup plan. All right, and always remember, speed, time, distance, and invest in unemployed single mothers, because you will never be broke investing in them.